Hi there, it's Shelley. I just wanted to take a moment to show you the Photopea software. Photopea is a browser-based online image editor that allows you to edit PSD files. Normally you would have needed Photoshop to do that. Now you've got Photopea. It's really exciting. It opens up an entire world of possibilities now that you didn't have before. I'm not a professional. I don't use Photoshop, so maybe I'm a really good one to show you just kind of the basics, but I'm also not a tutorial kind of person, so bear with me. I'm going to try and get through this without a whole lot of stumbling. So the first thing you do is go to photopea.com. I'm going to choose to open from my computer one of these ebook covers that I have, and let's try the real estate guide, PSD. All right, so you'll notice at the top that it said it was loading the fonts. Now, I'm going to take you through the right-hand side first and show you the layers. This is where all of the assets on your file kind of reside, and they're separated into different folders. If you can't tell by the title here on the right-hand side what folder you're going to be editing, then click the eyeball on the left-hand side here, and that will hide. And you can see that when you hide that layer, it's the section of text at the bottom of the file. So I'm going to click the arrow to open up those, and you have two text choices here. The real estate expert, which is underneath the name Josh Stewart. In order to edit this, all you have to do, first of all, if you just want to move it or something, single click on the symbol here, and then head over to the toolbar on the left, and you can have some options. Say I just want to move it, that's the top one here. You right click, you left click, I'm getting my right and left mixed up today. You left click on the arrow or the tool that you want to use, and it brings up a box with some guides. Now you can drag it up and down to enlarge it, or you can actually click inside the box and move that around. So you have some options there. And then you go up here to the arrow or the check mark or the X, and the check mark will save it, and the X will not save it. So I'm going to click the X right now so that it goes back to what it was. Okay, so now say you didn't want to move it. Say you wanted to actually edit that text. Go back over to the right side, double click on the symbol. That's going to open up a toolbar at the top where you can choose a different font style, choose a different size, change the color, change the alignment, and it also highlights here so you know which text it is that you're going to be editing. So say I want to change the color of that. I just click on this color box here. It opens up an image. It opens up the color picker. Let's see, we go down here and make it blue. Click OK. And I've changed the font color. So it's as easy as that to edit any of the parameters of the font. All right. So I'm going to close that box. So I'm going to X this because I'm not going to save that change that I just made. One thing I wanted to tell you is that if the fonts are not available in the software, when you double click on this, the font will change here. As you can see that the font style changed. I'll show you what I mean there. See, we've got a serif font here. When I double click on it, the font changes style. That's because the font used in this particular case is not added to the software. Now, some authors will give you a list of fonts that they use in their designs, and some will not. The good news is that you don't have to have the exact font. There are all kinds of font choices in here that will get you close to the font that was originally used if you like that font. And who knows, maybe you want to change the font anyways. All right. So since I have this highlighted, now I'm going to just click outside. See, I want to edit the actual text. I'm going to double click on that. And then I'm going to click backspace on my keyboard. And you can see that I'm actually erasing it. Now it works very similar to word processor. What you see is what you get editor. You just type in whatever text you want to add there. And that looks good. And say I want to decrease the size a little bit. We do that with the slider. So once I have the text, I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to double click on this again and go back up here and change the size of that. You can see I reduce the slider and the text reduces. The slider principle is the same with just about anything. So that's how you edit text. Now, close this. Now I'm going to press the arrow to close this particular layer. Okay, so say I want to edit the leaves here. I'm going to click on the layer, and I'm going to right click and delete that layer so the leaves are gone. Now I'm going to add another layer, and I want to add a new image there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to File, I'm going to Open. I'm going to choose, I'm going to open the Business Investing PSD. And you know, I like that stack of dollar bills. So let's see if we can find the stack of dollar bills. There we go. It's the money one. All right, so I'm going to select the money, click copy, and then I'm going to go back here and select a box here, go up to edit and click paste. And there I have the money right there. So I'm going to move that. When you can move that wherever you want. See, I want to move that down here. There we go. So that's how you use elements from one of your eCover assets to another. I showed you how to do the text. Let's look at the background. The background is the same principle for changing the image. So here's your background, and I'm just going to click here to see if I can find the house. Okay, so this is the house one here. So if I want to change that, I just have to right click on it and delete the layer. And then I go down here and add another layer. And then I go to my computer through File, Open, and open another image from my computer and then paste it into the layer. So that's the basics of that. Now, let me show you over here a little bit. I showed you a little bit about, this is the Move tool. So you click on a layer, like that. Click the Move tool, and you can move whatever you selected there. All right. Rectangle select and ellipse select. So let's say we want to, let's do this. Let's select an ellipse. I draw a circle here, and then I could take the brush Okay, so that's really all that you need to know in order to edit these e-covers that we've got. Okay, so that's really there are all kinds of other things that you can do, but those are the basics. And to find more in-depth information on how to use Photopea, I'm going to refer you to YouTube where they have all kinds of tutorials.